Hey, what is up guys? What is going on? This is my 2005 Suzuki King Quad 700 and I'm going to be doing a long-term review on my Maxxis Zillah tires. Just, showing you how they've held up through the time that I've used this or through the previous owner. And so let's get into it. First thing to talk about is the longevity. How have they really lasted? Have they been really worn out? First, let's check the age. Here, let's check it. We see 3518. That means the tire was made in the 35th week of 2018. Let's look at the back tire. 1419. That means this was made in the 14th week of 2019. So, let's see. Have these really held up well? Let's look at the front tire. You can see the nooks in between the tread, like right on the tread. You can see it's in pretty good shape. So, let's look at the back. It's not as good shape. It's a little bit more flattened out. Now, let's see. How many miles does this quad make every year? Just kill switch. I don't want to run the fuel injection. So, 2,677 miles. Did a bunch of math, and that is about 100 miles a year, even before I bought it. And ever since I bought it, I also kept it that way, just about 100 miles a year. So, these 4.5-year-old tires, so about 450 miles on them. So these tires are good for about 500 miles, let's say. That's a very good thing. Now, have I punctured them? Well, not really, but these are 6-ply tires, so they should be pretty hard to break through. However, I did once get like a metal wire, like stuck. It like broke through the tire, and then I slowly started losing air. However, I got that patched up. That's not a problem now. It doesn't lose any air now, so that's good. Next thing to talk about is wet surfaces. How do they handle there? Now, this is a mud tire, and I do light mudding. Sometimes, the mudding that I do, I just kind of get the footwells up a little bit. The deepest I ever gone was about here. So, I usually don't go very deep into mud. It's not snorkel, no radiator relocate. So, these tires are very good for light mudding. They should probably be good for heavy mudding too. I've never gotten this thing stuck. Not a single time. These tires have never let me down, never gotten stuck. In mud, they're absolutely great. In snow, also, never gotten it stuck in snow. These are phenomenal on any type of wet surface. Now let's talk about some dry surfaces. How do these tires handle on dirt, rocks, or sand? Now this is a mud tire, so it's more for, wet stuff. However, in the dry stuff, it doesn't do too well, I'm going to be honest. These are not your dune tire, although I don't think you'll get stuck in the sand. It's just, if you like to just drive around dirt, do some drift and stuff, this is not the tire for you. These tires really hold the grip very well. And so drifting is not going to be ideal on the tire. They're just not for drifting. I mean, I've tried drifting, for example, first time in AOAA at the top of the mountain. It was snowy then, but everyone else, even the Polaris Explorer with the Carlisle mud tires, it was doing drifts just fine, except I was really struggling to get the back tires to slide. You're gonna have to wear them down to race slicks so you can do that. But after all, even on rocks, they're not too great, Sometimes, I remember once there was like a little slick rock, a little bump up. It was like on a slick rock. I was in 2-wheel drive. It just couldn't really get up. It was a kind of slick rock, but I don't know. I mean, these tires just somehow didn't want to get up. I don't know. And then my friend on a Yamaha Kodiak, he has Bear Claw EXs. Also in 2-wheel drive, he made it up just fine with just as much momentum as I had, which is basically none. Now, finally, paved surfaces. When you're going fast, I am surprised to tell you, these tires handle very well. They do not affect my acceleration. Acceleration's still very good. I can still get up to 60 miles an hour, no problem. And, well, you don't feel like it's all of a sudden gonna just, like, flip or something, I don't know, at high speeds. These tires feel pretty stable. So, high speed is pretty good on them, I'm gonna be honest. However, not last, but another thing we have to talk about, handling. The handling on these tires is junk. Take my word for it. These tires handle horrible on curves. Horribly. And I'm telling you that. You could be going a moderate speed. You would have to significantly slow your speed down. And you'd also have to lean. And you still feel like you could roll over. Let me get on for a second. You could just be going a regular turn. You gotta slow down from like 40 or something down to about 20, and you have to lean about this much. This is eye level. This is regular. This is how much you have to lean. This is a lot of leaning. So, this also contributes to their good grip. I mean, the handling is not supposed to be great. These are mud tires. But, definitely could be a little bit better. Lastly is the price. How much do these tires cost? So the size of these are 25 by 10 by 12 in the rear. The front is 25 by 8 by 12. So, it's only a 25-inch tire, not too large. And, well, they cost this exact size costs about $500 for a whole set. Whole set, $500. Not too bad. I mean, they're not Maxxis Bighorns, because Maxxis Bighorns this size cost $800. But yeah, $500 for this. If you wanted a 26 by 9 by 12 in the front and a 26 by 11 by 12 in the rear, that would only be about really like $600. So these tires, honestly, for what they're a very good mud tire. I love them. And honestly, they're just not even that expensive. They could have easily gone for $600 for this size, and then $700 for inch taller and an inch wider. So honestly, I'm not gonna complain. These tires, they're pretty good. However, depending on what you do, for me, they're just not right. I do a little bit of light mudding. They're great for that, but for drifting, handling, rocks, just the stuff that I do, just you can see on my channel, these tires are just not the best. I mean, they'll last another 6 months, I'm guessing. So they should last about 500 miles. They have like 450 on them, so another like half year, 500 miles. They should be good. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching my review. Hopefully I kind of helped with your decision if you were considering these tires. And so yeah, comment down below what you think. If you're an owner or you know an owner, then comment what you think about these. Do you think they're great? Correct me if I have misjudged something, if I've stated something wrong in this review. Just correct me. Don't be afraid to comment down below. So I guess, thank you, comment, like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.